Hello, I'm Ronald H. Man. Today we'll be working with a virtual machine. Now to the creation of the virtual machine. Right. So we'll be creating our virtual machine from an ISO image located on my flash drive that I'm inserting. Once that is done, I will enter my username for the virtual machine. I also select the amount of CPU cores, RAM, space, everything. Right. So it's basically creating a next machine, right? So it has the similar components, right? Once that is done, the process continues. Now, the process for installing Windows on this device is similar to installing it on any other device, and so I'll be sharing a video in the link, right? So there'll be a link right up here to take you to the software installation aspect of this since it would have been done. Right, so it's the same procedure. Yeah, and that does it. So once that is done, we would have had access to our newly created devices. So now we're going to create our user profiles. So I've created the administrator's profile that I'm currently using, and I'll be creating two standard users, right? So it's as simple as you go to settings, you go to accounts, family, and other users, and you basically add user, right? It prompts us to sign in with Microsoft, but we can go ahead without a Microsoft account. So we're going to select that option. Yes. So it's as simple as that, really. So what really happens is that it will ask you for the name, right? Your password, for you to confirm your password, and also for you to use what we call security questions. So these questions basically they're used to safeguard your account. So when it comes on to password reset, once you're able to answer these three prompted questions, then you'll be able to receive access to the device. Right? And to create the account, this is the simple process that it takes. The only difference is that you select what type of user you are creating, right? So the process is as simple as this, really. And so what I'll be doing going back over this process twice since I would have created an admin account before. So it's as simple as this. No hassle. It has zero hassle. Just waiting for it to be completed. And then the questions are pre-done, so you just need to submit an answer. So it will ask you a question like your mother's maiden name, your first pet name, your first institution attended, and then that's basically it. That's basically it, you know. That's basically it. I'm just waiting for this thing to load. Alright, so still creating the other accounts. The process is repetitive, right? So if you want to create 6 profiles, you have it's the same procedure. The procedure doesn't change. Remember that you can create an account based off your Microsoft account, and you can do so based without your Microsoft account, right? So you can just bypass that process. Okay, so once this is done, you'll see right there the accounts that were created. I created two more Miles Napier and for Lorraine Roden. And now I'll be just verifying if these were created. So once I'm finished, I always go ahead and verify these accounts. So that's the administrative account, Ronaldo. That is me. Then we have Lorraine Roden, another standard user, and Miles Napier, other standard user. So one administrative and two standard. Alright, so at this point we'll be editing or creating security policies, right? So I'll start off with the password policy. Right, so in this password policy we set it that it is at least 8 character. It must be unique with one alpha numeric symbol with lowercase, uppercase, and so forth. Right? It must be changed at least every 90 days. User may change it once per day. And also, users are locked out of computer after 5 attempts to enter, right? With a counter reset time of 5 minutes, right? After that, we'll go ahead and we'll enable the security settings for auditing, right? So, still working with the password policy, the 90 days lockout, and all those sections. You can just follow along. At this point, I am enabling the security settings for auditing, right? And so once this is completed, I'll go ahead and with the other options, right? I'll also create an interactive display which says caution. This device is for work use only. Be careful. Just something like that, basically. So once this is done, upon the device powering on or being logged into, you'll see this interactive display as a caution to its users, right? All right, so just waiting. Yeah, and that does it. Entering, and we'll see the verification of these security policies or changes that I made. Waiting. Alright, so now what I'll be doing is to verify this. Since it's a virtual machine, I must use the option to represent the keyboard, the shortcut key Control Alt Delete. Yes. So at this point, you can see that we're verifying the accounts that were created. And now I'm going to try the account lockout policy. You see, and I'll be locked out of it after 5 attempts. So I'll not be able to log in after 5 attempts, as we can see here. All right, and so once that is done, we'll be moving on to the next aspect of the practical, which speaks to installing an application. See, it says that the lockout policy is being enabled, right? Now I'm able to enter the password. Right? Once I'm logged on, I'll move to the installation of an application. I'll be using Adobe Acrobat. I'll be installing Adobe Acrobat from the Microsoft application store. Yeah. And yeah, it's going pretty fast. Installing. Let me check if it has been installed. Yes, it has been installed. So that Adobe Acrobat Reader. Yeah, and that brings us to the end of our practical. You're able to sign in and so on. Again, thank you for watching. I am Ronald Ichman, current trainee of network support at level 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.